Morning, Bun Bun. Hi, Bear. How's my cats? Yeah? What do you think? You inspecting it? You think it's good? Did you look at the car? What do you think? What do you think? Yeah? It's not too bad, huh? I hear you, murmur. How's my Bun Bun? How's my bear? You getting gray on your ear now, Bear? You're starting to get old. Oh, I love my Bun Buns. Oh, I love my murmurs too. I know. Love you too. Morning, guys. I'm drinking my cup of coffee. I got that lower panel in my cart. $100 and I get free shipping. So I was trying to figure out what else to get. I found the 4 pads that go in the front on the mounts. So I threw that in there. That running board grommet kit to the fenders had 4 of them in there, which makes sense because it was one to each. Well, I threw another set in there. I don't know if I'll use them. Rubber grommets won't hurt. They're only a couple bucks. So I got to looking, and running boards. They had a set of I think they're Mexican, but they're 25% heavier than the cheap Mexican running boards. It has, you can get them in different chrome widths. One set they were out of, the one set that they did have had 18 millimeter chrome on it. But you get 2 running boards and all the mounting hardware for a little over $100. So I can always, if I want to make this perfect someday, I can always get different running boards. The German ones were over $100 a piece, and you had to buy the mounting hardware, and it came as 2 running boards, heavy duty running boards with all the mounting hardware for around a little over $100. So that's what I'm going with for now. I don't think it's going to make a difference, but we'll see. But now, if I get $200 worth of stuff, I get 10% off, and I'm at $169. So now I'm trying to figure out if there's something else that I could use down the road or now. So, the door was sticking a little bit, and I didn't know what was going on. So I went and started adjusting it. This here is turning, and it's not supposed to. I pulled that off, and that is basically crushed into place. So I'm gonna have to put a tack of weld or something on the back side of it. But I put a little grease on the slides, and it's sitting perfect. That door still works perfect. So, let me try and figure out what else to throw in the cart, get them parts ordered. So I got them next week. I figured the running boards would help, because when I build that box in there, it'd be nice to know, you know, your distances, so know if I get that built right. And I want to go out to the farm and get that toolbox today or tomorrow. I've got the back end of the car locked in, pillars locked in. I gotta start working on that front and working on that piece down there. And I can always start building filler panels to go back there to start repairing that. So let me see what I decide to do, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, I'm up there spotting, trying to weld that back together. Just an FYI, there's 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch of seam sealer up there from the factory. I had to dig out. It's crazy the amount they put up in there, but I'll probably be putting in about the same just to make it look right. Just saying. So I'll keep working. Okay, working on the inside. Looks like I caught a little bit of fire. I burned a hole too there. That ain't no big deal. But she needs to get cut off. Right across. That nut pocket is really bad. Well, the nut's gone and the metal's pulled out. So I need to chop this all off and figure out what to do with that nut. I have body panels with nuts, so I might just chop the square out and weld a new nut in there. That box, there's a little bit of it left here. It goes right with that body seam that comes down. That's the height of that box, so at least I have a reference point. So I'm going to chop this off and see what I can do. Easy, right? Okay, I got her cut off. I found a factory nut pocket that I cut the size. So it looked like it was in good shape yet. So I'm gonna tack it in there and then knock it down a little bit to get her flush, because these are all countersunk. So I'll get her tacked in, give her a couple whacks so she goes, so it's all flush, and that should repair that. And then just make a panel to go across this. Let's see what I can do. Hi, Bear. Alrighty. So, where is it? That's where the old nut was. It's all stretched from trying to get the fenders off. I got that cut off and cleaned up. And an old nut from somewhere in the body. I chopped to match that hole. I could turn this around. I move that around a little bit. Get that welded in. The nuts are close to being flush, but they're up just a little bit. So as long as we're close, that'd be good. It's supposed to come across. Right there's the rusted outline. I gotta clean that up. Comes across and dips down. Because that's what this is, the dip down. It comes across and then it dips down again. And then your kick panel. So get some metal cut, and I don't know, I might have to cut this off and make this first dip down piece first, and then come across, because it comes over and then drops down and then comes across this. So I don't know. I'll work on it. I don't know if I can do that out of one piece or if I have to make like two pieces. We'll see. Well, a simple process of just putting a nut on there is not so simple. Even though that seems like good metal, the second you put weld to it, it disappears. So, you keep on chasing the rust with the weld. I mean, I got it where it's supposed to be. I just got to keep chasing the rust till I get her back in here, and then build that panel. But yeah, that nut is cost me hours, because I try and weld it, I grind it, I weld it, I grind it, and I hit the nut a couple times with the grinder, but I'm trying to stay away from the nut and just grind the welds down. But yeah, that's what you get. It looked like good metal, and yeah, it's running away from me. So we'll see. Alrighty, I almost got that nut back in there. Had to watch Bad Chad. Had to help Lisa get the truck packed up. And I'm back to work. So, I almost got it back in. I measured it, and that square is what I'm going to cut out and see what I can do with it. And hopefully I can form that into that whole bottom piece. So yeah. We'll see what I can do. Alrighty. I need to build a panel out of this. So, I have a metal brake, and let's see what I can do with it. I haven't used it yet, so this ought to be interesting. Let's see if we can make a panel to go underneath this. At least back to this bar. This is supposed to be boxed in, and a leaf's supposed to fall out. That's supposed to be boxed in, but up to about there, it should hook onto the tunnel. So let's see what I can do. It goes across, it swoops in, goes across, swoops in again, and then comes around. So let's see what I can do. Well, sounds like they're having a Broadway cruise tonight. I don't know. I put some kinks in with a bender. That is really nice. I mean, you can just bend it across instead of pounding it. And that's what I'm filling in. So that might not look like much. They're getting a little rowdy out there. But might be just enough bends for me to get her in there. We'll see. Anyways, that's what I'm working on. Alright, I got my rough diagram in there. I got my holes punched on the bottom. pretty freaking close. So I'm gonna start welding that in. Welding, cutting. I got her all cleaned up. So that's probably what I'm gonna do the rest of the night. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. See how far I get.